Live from Nipso Production Studios in the heart of America, it's Saturday Night Review, a podcast dedicated to the television show Saturday Night Live. With your hosts, Joseph and Dennis. And here's Denis.
Oh, stop it. You're just doing that because I pressed the button. Hey, welcome everyone to the 20th episode of your Saturday Night Review. He is Joseph.
And he's Denis.
And this is a YouTube podcast devoted to one of our favorite shows of all time, Saturday Night Live. And we really enjoy Saturday Night Live, don't we, Joseph?
Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite things ever.
What's something you like almost as much?
This is going to surprise you.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I like cheesy 90s music.
Awesome. Almost as much as Saturday Night Live.
Almost as much as Saturday Night Live, yeah.
You know what I like?
What's that?
I like Cocoa Rice Krispie treats at like midnight.
So you're getting really specific there, Dennis.
Yeah, that's almost as much fun as Saturday Night Live. But anyway, we digress. This is our show about Saturday Night Live, and to give you an idea of what to expect on this show, hosted by Emma Stone, not this show, but the show that we're going to talk about, Joseph's going to tell us what we can look forward to on this show, if you don't mind, sir.
Yeah, so we're going to do the usual outline of the show. We're going to talk about our host, Emma Stone, or as they said on the show, by Melissa Villasenor, Emma Heart of Stone, or Stone, as she called her. And then we're going to talk about Weekend Update, see how our boys did on the anchor desk. We're going to talk about our top 3 skits. And then we're going to talk about, not next week's host, but, I don't know. Are we going to talk about next week's host or next?
We don't have next week. We're going to be out for a couple weeks after that. So usually that's what we talk about next week. We'll kind of just briefly talk about Adam Sandler in a couple weeks.
Yes.
The next show is not live, so there'll be a couple weeks off. They deserve it. It's been a great run for Saturday Night Live at this point. Yeah, take a break. It's on us. Hey, we never talk about the musical guests on this show.
Never.
And we never do. However, it was something a little special about the musical guest on last Saturday Night Live. It was none other than BTS. And I say none other because I have never heard of them. But and so I heard that people were waiting in line for days just to get in to see BTS, and the girls screaming, and it was Beatlemania, New Kids on the Block all over again. And so I watched them, and I don't know, Joseph. I'm sorry. I'm sure they're popular. I don't get them. You get them?
I'm not. Well, first off, I mean, and this is going to sound probably slightly inappropriate, and I'm not to be taken racist, but I mean, I think they were. I don't know if they were speaking English during their songs. So I mean,
I don't think they were. But keep in mind, boy bands have gone to other countries and been popular as well. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And but they brought some energy. But yeah, I'm not seeing it. But I'm also not 13 with raging hormones.
Well, it's occurred to me that maybe the boy band era is making a little bit of comeback. NKOTB is back out on tour. Backstreet Boys are back out on tour. And maybe the boy band thing is making a little bit of comeback. So what we thought we would do before we talk about Emma Stone, we would talk a little bit about BTS, and we would come up with our own boy band. So It's time for a feature on Saturday Night Review called Make a Boy Band. Yes, Saturday Night Review is proud to present a feature we like to call Make a Boy Band. All right, here's how this works. It's really simple. We both came up with some boy band ideas because the boy band is more than just the music. It is the image. It is the theme. It is the reputation. It is the whole package. So we came up with some boy band ideas that we don't think have ever been used. Maybe they have been, and if they do, we apologize in advance. So Joseph, what is one of your boy band ideas?
All right, so one of my boy band ideas, Dennis, going along with the BTS theme, going along with the acronym, and I honestly don't know what BTS stands for. I'm sure the multitude of fans that love them do. I don't know what it means. However, I came up with my own boy band, straight out of Muncie, Indiana. Dennis, I bring you STD.
STD. Catch them while they're in town. Face.
Oh,
Nice. STD. I looked up what BTS stood for, but as I sit here today, 3 days later, I cannot tell you what it is. I had no idea. But I did look it up just to see. And I'll tell you, too, I've got a 17-year-old daughter in the house, so I brought her down and said, okay, what is the deal with these guys? And she watched them, and she's like, I got nothing. And she walked away. So I don't know what the deal is. Okay, one of my theme punk. I went with genres, musical genres for my theme of my boy bands. The first one is the punk theme. To be punk, and they're snarling, and they've got they're sticking their finger out at society. The punk boy band, and that band name would be called the Smart Alecks, because obviously they're going to be Smart Alecks. So there's my first one. Do you have another idea for a boy band, Joseph?
I'm gonna go with this. Well, I'm doing a variation of Backstreet Boys. Now, it's not Backstreet Boys, obviously, due to copyright infringement, and we can't even use the word boys in a band, I'm pretty sure.
Probably. Because
the late Lou Pearlman would probably roll over in his grave and then contact his lawyer and then sue us somehow.
Yeah.
So I'm going with a younger boy band. I'm going with the youngest boy band. I'm going with the boy band that is not necessarily teen or tween. They're toddlers, and they're called the Backseat Kids because they're still riding in their car seat.
I love it. The Backseat Kids.
Let's go.
Oh, that's awesome. And when they get rowdy, you just have to take them out in the car for a while. They'll be fine.
Yes.
You said about Perlman turning over his grave. I heard he was buried face down, but okay. I went to another genre. I went to a reggae boy band. I mean, who would not want to see?
I tried to do this.
Okay, and there was a band, and I don't remember their name. They had a song called Pass the Dutchie to the Left-Hand Side back in the 80s, right? There was actually a reggae boy band, but this is a little different. This is more of a theme similar to that. A reggae boy band, I think a good name for a reggae boy band would be the Ganja Ninjas. Because, well, if you have to pass wide, then you don't understand reggae. We'll just go there.
I'm so glad you came up with that, because I was scratching my head to come up with that.
Yeah,
I don't know,
reggae boy band
theme.
Yeah, yeah.
So my next one is these guys are a little bit, they're late teens. They're 18, 19. They're almost kind of out of their prime. However, their demographic is older women, slightly cougarish, if you will. They're called Mama's Toys.
Mama's Toys.
Mama's Toys.
And they sing, and there's like this 40-year-old woman just prancing around the stage with her glasses down, looking at them.
Exactly.
And from the back and the front, and shaking her head and making herself a martini and walking back across the stage. Yeah.
And she's willing and ready, fellas, to do. And I think you know what I'm about to say. To give you some money so you can spend it on something.
Yes. You boys need to mow my yard after you're done. Okay, I went country. I've never said that before in my life, but I just said I went country.
Yes.
Dude, this is being recorded, but I never said that. I went country. Oh, crap. I said it again. Okay, I went country. And I thought a great country, a great band name for a teeny bopper group from country, and I know they've had their share as well, just makes sense, because when you have country music, it always involves, a certain alcoholic beverage. And so I figured they can't drink that. So I figured a country boy band would be called Near Beer, because they can't quite drink the beer, but maybe they could drink the non-alcoholic beer. I don't even know if that's legal, but there you go.
Good. That's so good.
Yeah.
My next boy band is a little bit on the risque side, a little bit on the aggressive side.
Ooh.
Imagine, if you will, Donnie Wahlberg, if every member of the band was Donnie Wahlberg in KOTB, and it's always that aggressive one who wears the backwards hat, and he's kind of from the streets.
He's the bad boy.
He's the bad boy.
Yeah.
This band is called Boys Into the Cool Hair, or their acronym aptly titled BITCH.
Boys Into the Cool Hair. I love it. We are BITCH. Good night. Oh, that's awesome. Oh man, I didn't. Okay, well, I actually have one that's not really an acronym, but it is initials like was it BTS? Like BTS. Okay, but I can tell you what this one stands for.
Okay,
this is a young patriotic band, boy band, and the initials they go by TYTV.
TYTB,
which is Too Young to Vote. but they're very patriotic, and they sing a lot of They're a lot of red, white, and blue. That kind of thing.
They're a little more on the conservative side, I'm imagining.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. They just love America. Let's just put it. TYTV, Too Young to Vote.
Okay, all right. The last one was another variation of an old 90s boy band. However, they can't have the same name. So there was 98 Degrees that we're familiar with that you're a big fan of, I'm sure. However, they can't be called that. So they went on the conversion chart, they went to 36 degrees Celsius.
If they were math fans, they go 360. But we won't go there.
We're good at this.
Yeah. My last band, I went heavy metal. I don't think there's ever been a heavy metal boy band. Maybe I'm wrong. But a heavy metal boy band, and I thought the great name would be Ritalin. But now listen. They spell Ritalin like this. Rydolyn. Ritalin. Can't you just see that in a banner? Ritalin. Because in heavy metal, you have to have an X or a Y or a Z in there somewhere. So Ritalin, Rydolyn. Ritalin, the heavy metal band. So, wow, that was fun.
Perfect.
That was fun. That has been boy bands.
BTS,
and
we hope you come back so we can do this again.
We do. We don't usually do music, but we did this time. Let's take a quick break here, and we'll come back and talk about Emma Stone, who was the actual host last week. We'll be right back after this. Hey, Joseph, check it out. Look what I found.
What's going on?
Well, Linda's still gone, our producer, right?
Right, yeah.
And she's still in rehab, but, we looked under the console last week, and we didn't find anything but bills.
Yeah.
Well, she's got, like, a little cubby, and I reached back there, and look what I found, some pills!
Oh.
In an unmarked pill box, and they're like purple. I've never seen this color of purple before. It's almost like a sparkly purple.
Well, those are kind of somewhat attractive, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna try one. Right?
Hold on. I don't think we should do that. I mean,
oh come on, man. I mean, come on. She loves something. We're gonna try it out.
All right, man. But I don't know. I mean, I can't promise anything.
Well, I'm going. We'll see what happens.
Oh, I got a bad feeling about this.
You are watching and listening to Saturday Night Review on the Nipso Productions YouTube channel.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell. Thank you, Bruce.
Yeah, I just don't think it was a great idea.
No, fine, man. I'm fine. I am just fine.
You're starting to glow a little bit. You're perspiring a little bit.
I glisten. I don't perspire, and they taste a little minty. I think they're just like some big, ugly Tit Tac or something. I don't think there's anything wrong at all. I think we're fine. Okay. I'm fine. Just start the show. We're talking about the host. Right. We're good. I'm fine.
Okay. All right. You're getting aggressive, but we're gonna roll past that, and we're back. Thank you for listening to us. I'm Joseph, and he's Dennis, and you're listening to the SNL Review.
Hi.
The best podcast out there, YouTube podcast out there, dedicated to Saturday Night Live. We would love to know what you think about what we're doing here. It helps us evaluate our self-worth, so to speak. So if you can comment below the video that you're currently viewing, or you can email us personally at nipsoproductions@gmail.com.
Joseph.
Well, yeah, what's up?
Will you do me a favor?
Yeah, did I miss something?
Well, I'm tired of. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to get ready for the show. We're going to talk about Emma Stone and how she has Saturday Night Live. And that purple pig in the corner won't stop staring at me. Will you please? Its eyes are gazing through me. Will you please do something about that pig?
Yeah, I think you're tripping, man. There's nothing there in the corner.
The purple pig. You can't see that purple pig. The one eating the corn cob right there. You can't see that staring at me.
No, dude. I told you this, man. And we're recording. I told you. This is why I said don't do this.
See, you're just playing with me now. You see him.
No, I'm not.
You go about Emma Stone. We're fine. I see the pig, and you see the pig. We all see the pig. People that are listening to this, they see the pig.
That's fine, man. Just keep a lid on it, man. Just fine. Because, at least until we're finished, okay?
I'll just ignore it.
Okay. All right. So back to biz. Emma Stone, last week's host. Dennis, I'd love to hear your comments if they are coherent regarding last week's host, Emma Stone. I'd love to know what you think because I have so much I want to say about Emma Stone. But you go ahead.
I won't deny that I have a little bit of a man crush on Emma Stone.
Sure.
Her eyes are just absolutely spectacular. And, well, we can go other places, but we won't. We'll keep this clean. Emma Stone's just fantastic. She's got a great sense of humor. She's very funny. She mentioned in her monologue about being a fan from the very beginning. I knew that. I saw her on Jimmy Fallon. She talked about her first time hosting. It was her fourth time. Her first time hosting when she was 21. She actually had a convulsion so bad from hysterics when they called her and told her she was hosting that her family thought she was having a seizure.
Really? Is that
and she's
true?
like, no, she couldn't get it out because she was so. And she's like, no, I'm. She was so excited about hosting a show that she grew up. Like she talked about her on a monologue. Her mother introducing her to Saturday Night Live and all that, and them being there. So I love it when anyone comes in with that kind of feeling that they just really love and respect the show, and they're going to do a great job. And I thought she did. She's spectacular. She's another cast member. That's not a surprise. She always has been. She was just amazing. I thought it was a wonderful host. Was she the best female of the year? Quite possibly. She certainly is going to be, I'm sure, in that discussion for best female host of Saturday Night Live this season. But I thought she was spectacular. She was a regular cast member. She did different things.
I have to honestly,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, please.
I honestly have to concur with you, and I'm so excited to I was so excited to do this episode of the review for the fact that, Dennis, I got to be honest with you, man, and I might have said this before, but our listeners need to totally disregard this. This is my favorite episode.
Whoa!
This is my favorite episode.
Wow.
And again, that's high praise. But seriously, how talented is this woman? Like, she does drama, she does comedy, and she has such a knack for it, and she brings such a vibrant energy to the show. And we've had people before, a lot of people this season who, I watched SNL growing up, and I love that, and I've said that before. Yeah. And I love the fact that she brought that energy, and not to mention she's a 4-timer club now. So she got the spray painted jacket. If you watch the monologue, there's not enough I can say about Emma Stone. And when we start talking about the sketches, Dennis, this is where I really want to know, because you and I have debated where it's either one of two things. It's either the host is really good, but the writing's not necessarily off, or the host is really good and the writing's really solid. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. But this time, for some reason, it made me kind of change my view on it. And it's like, I wonder sometimes if the person also brings out the writing, if that is a possibility, or when, they know Emma Stone's coming and she's such a part of the family, if they're like, oh, okay, we're going to bust out the A stuff. Like, she's going to do anything. We're going to bust out some stuff that we haven't seen before. I don't know what it is, but
I don't know.
Yeah, it's such a good job hosting.
Wow,
Emma Stone.
Amazing. You said you wanted to concur with me, and I'm like, I haven't filled out paperwork for that. I don't know if we can concur together until the paperwork's filed. But let me ask Grover Cleveland. Grover Cleveland's here. Grover Cleveland, what did you think of the show? Shh, don't interrupt him.
Okay, that's not. No.
Yeah,
no.
I agree. See, Grover Cleveland liked it too.
No, we're not going to do this right now, man.
What? He's sitting right here.
No, okay, no. All right, so here. No.
You don't believe me.
No, I know. Listen, I know. But this is what I was telling you before, dude, and this is why I told you not to take those pills. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little break. We'll come back. We'll talk about Colin and Michael. And then hopefully you'll be a little bit more sober. Do you need to drink some orange juice or something? Do you need
he doesn't have a headset, but he is a person sitting right here next to me. I mean, he has entitled to opinion,
Okay, buddy.
You are watching and listening to Saturday Night Review on the Nipso Productions YouTube channel.
Well, isn't that special?
Hi, everyone. Thanks for hanging around on the 20th episode of Saturday Night Review. We're keeping that. I don't care. Saturday Night Review. Do you care? Do you care? No, see, he doesn't care. Do you see that, Joseph? Grover Cleveland does not care. Okay.
Oh God.
I am Denis, and I am suddenly the god of fire. So be careful. And Joseph is here. Joseph,
I'm here. Unfortunately,
you're here.
Yeah.
I recently partook of some interesting mystery pill from Linda's cubby. It's pink. I'm sorry, purple. It's sparkly, and it tasted like mint. And Grover Cleveland showed up. So there you go. We're talking about Weekend Update, though. Yeah, we're talking about Weekend Update. What were your thoughts on Weekend Update there, Joseph?
I have to kind of align it with what my assessment was of Emma's hosting abilities. I think, for the most part, I was pretty pleased. And here's why. They had some of the guests that I really like. I like 80s character. I don't remember 80s character's name. The 7-year-old, the travel advisor.
Carrie Crump, if I may.
Carrie Crump. I like I like her character, but I love Nico and
Brie. Nico and Brie.
Yes.
Nico and Brie.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do such a good job.
Yes.
And it makes me laugh every time. And the boys were on their A game as well. I feel for the most part, I wasn't displeased. And again, I might have been rolling that high from Emma, but I wasn't displeased. I liked it.
That was a great update. I did. I'm not a huge fan of Carrie Crump, but I can tolerate her. She's not my favorite character that comes on Weekend Update, but she is good and she's getting better. I think she's getting a little bit more personality developing with her. Nico and Brie are spectacular. They have been from the first time they walked on this Weekend Update. Okay, Grover Cleveland's got to go, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, say goodbye to Grover. Thanks, Grover Cleveland, for being on the show, and thanks for being one of our presidents.
Goodbye.
We appreciate that.
I don't know.
Grover Cleveland, everybody. He's left the building. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, back to Weekend Update. Weekend Update, very strong jokes. Great banter between Che and Yost as usual. It was a really strong Weekend Update, I thought. What were your thoughts other than that?
No, that's exactly my assessment.
Yeah,
it was good. I mean, their jokes were pretty strong. I can't necessarily. I mean, they've been doing this thing a lot where they've been embedding like live footage into their stories. Have you noticed this? Like the Julian Assange.
Yes, they have,
and they've done it with Trump in the past, and that's something. I think it's a little fresh, and it's a very small addition. I'll grant you that, but I kind of like it because what they do is they'll just do a cut to. And then they'll come back and Colin will make a joke. Or, I think most of the time Colin's the one that does it. But, sometimes Michael will add a little commentary as well. Now, and again, it's a very small addition. I know this. But it's kind of interesting, this little nuance, what they're doing. So I notice little things like that. And it's like, okay, that's kind of a little tweak to the old formula there. So I kind of like that.
Very cool. I agree as well. Oh, Joseph.
I'm right here, dude.
The pig's got a knife, man.
No.
The pig has got a knife, dude.
No, okay. We
need to take a break because the pig has got a knife.
For sure. We need to get out of here. You need to eat something,
from
man.
Me. Get away. Get away, purple pig.
Can we get him some water or something?
Get away.
You are watching and listening to Saturday Night Review on the Nipso Productions YouTube channel.
You're gonna end up eating a steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
And welcome back to the SNL Review. I'm Joseph, and the person that you're listening to mumble incoherently like an elderly person with severe dementia is my co-host Dennis. During the break, we've tried to sober Dennis up. Calm down. We've tried to sober Dennis up. I went through the medicine cabinet here. I found a half-opened roll of Tums, and there was a half-eaten bag of Doritos lying around here. And then we just ended up getting him a soda from the vending machine. So we're just trying to pump him up with something other than whatever was in that bottle.
My tummy doesn't hurt anymore.
Well, that's great, buddy. I'm
But
glad.
my fingers are orange.
Okay, just keep it together for the top 3, and then we'll get you out of here.
They smell like nacho cheese.
All right.
Hey, Joseph, whose cheese is this? Nacho cheese. My fingers, don't a joke.
So the top three. Emma Stone was our host. We're going to talk about the top 3 skits, or the best skits that we saw that night. And Dennis, if you're able to go, I'm going to allow you to go first, so long as you're actually number 1.
Would you
talking about skits?
Would you smack me, please? All right, I'm back. Thank you. Top 3 skits from the show. Yes. Here we go. A lot of good, strong skits. My number 3 was The View.
Love it.
5 Best Friends with Nothing in Common, which I thought was Leslie Jones said as Whoopi, which I thought was good. The water bottle spraying was awesome. And I will freely admit to anyone listening on the show that when it comes to The View, that is the only time you will ever get me to actually say I saw The View. So
true.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, I said it's the only time I'll see The View. Thank you. Okay, they're back. So my number 3 was The View. My number 2 was Ladies' Room. I just thought it was goofy. It was hokey. It was an 80s song. They all had poofy hair. They were dancing. It would make any sense. It was a fitting room at the Limited Express. The Orgasmeter, which I thought was his favorite. I just thought it was goofy, goofy fun. Ladies' Room is my number 2. I thought it was really great. And my number 1 was may rival skit of the year, or certainly film of the year. The Actress. How unbelievably fantastic Emma Stone was as the actress, concerned about her characters, where she's from, what her background is. Speak to me, Deidre to speak to me, and basically she's just an extra in a gay porn, which was just amazing. Beck as the I don't give a damn director was wonderful. Her begging for Deidre to speak to her. Whoa, I got choked up. Speaking for her, Deidre, please speak to me. It was wonderful. I those are my top 3. I just thought that was, but I thought the film The Actress with Emma Stone may be one of the best films they've done all year.
Okay.
All right, you're up.
Get ready for this, ladies and gents. Number 3 for me was actually Ladies' Room, and I'm gonna say exactly what you did. I love the 80s feel, and I love the fact that they think that they're in a club, but they're in a limited fitting room, and they've been using it as a bathroom. I love that little touch. Number 2, this is essentially a callback, but I still like it. It's always made me laugh. Dorm room posters.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. I would love to know, Dennis. I would love to know what kind of hand she had in developing that character.
I bet more than we want to even know.
I mean, there has to be, Dennis. There has to be, because you look at that, and I just get this sense that, like, she was definitely working on this with them. Like, she looks like she put some characterization into this. And then number 1 was the best short film of the season. It was called The Actress.
Absolutely. Wow.
Okay, so Dennis, like, little aside here, I have shared The Actress with just about, I wouldn't say every member of my family, everyone in my close circle, people we work with, and I said, with the attachment, it says, I found this incredibly hilarious and original.
Yes.
And I got different replies, and this is one of those that, Dennis, this is what I was talking about last week with Emma Stone. Her stuff, to me, it blends together, but there's something that sticks out about it, because I've never been disappointed when she's hosted.
No.
And this is why, like, The Actress, that is such an original concept. And I love the fact, if you watch that, if you commented on this, Dennis, she brings a sense of gravitas to that. Like, she's even almost crying at one point. And she's, what is she saying? She's like, Jared, I forgive you. And then, of course, that comes in. Yeah, we can cut that out. Just give her the meal voucher.
Yeah, just give her the meal voucher. I just loved, and really, an underrated part of that film that made it so spectacular was Beck doing the director who could care less what this lady's doing. Just get in there so we can have the sex scene and just get it over with and get your meal voucher and move on. And to me, that made it even funnier because no one cared about Deidre and her background except for this actress.
Yes.
And this was her break, and this was her time to shine. And
yes.
And how many times we as individuals have faced that where we're just, we strive to be, this is going to be the biggest thing in our lives, and other people around us could care less what we're doing. Like this podcast. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, I agree. Maybe film of the year, maybe skit of the year.
Totally.
Yeah, best of the rest. The cold open was Lockup. McKinnon as Lori Loughlin. I've done 68 Hallmark movies. That was.
And in each one of them, I marry some variation of Santa's son, right?
Yeah. Michael Keaton coming in. It was
there's your special guest star right there.
Yeah, it was. It was a really nice cold open. It's refreshing when they don't just go to Trump. And I don't say go to Trump like it's a hard thing for us to watch, because it's not. I do enjoy the Trump things, but it's nice to see something different coming in. Totally. So that was a good one. You talked about the posters, the film Fashion Coward.
It's just Ann Taylor.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. We talked about The View. Film hobbies. I was disappointed because Marissa Villaseñor is one of my all-time faves, and I think it's a good starting point for her, but I did not really enjoy hobbies very much.
Okay, so I mean that's understandable. I actually kind of did. I was honestly my only criticism for hobbies was I was expecting Emma's to go a little bit weirder. I mean, I found out. I knew from the get go. I was like, okay, she's going to come up with something weirder, and then Melissa's going to leave, and I was like, okay. What did you think of? And this is what I was talking about. And even though you didn't like hobbies, I wasn't.
Oh, I did. I guess I did.
Well, yeah, but like another skit. Oh, what was it? The wine people.
Again, Stone and Mooney trying to be, having these fake accents, and Kenan Thompson and Cecily Strong, which are just both huge heavy hitters, coming in and playing a couple was spectacular idea. They don't do near enough together, in my opinion, as they should. Those two, because they're Cecily Strong and Kenan Thompson are glues in this show. They're part of the grease that makes that engine go, and both of them are. And to see them both together on stage, it doesn't happen very often. It was wonderful. Those two were wonderful. And then, like Stone and Mooney were fantastic. Stone was obviously channeling her Rosanna Dana from the past. Was my first thought. And I did like it. I did laugh at it, especially her with her ridiculous accent. I thought that was good. The Duke and Duchess estate, I don't know.
It was okay.
It was okay. It wasn't something I would put on one of these lists. There were funny moments in it, but I don't know. I kind of missed the ball on that one. And like I said, hobbies for me was okay, but not a strong top 3 for me. But yeah, overall, really good show. Really, really excited show. We don't have one next week. We have Adam Sandler in a couple weeks. So we will be off ourselves for a couple weeks, but that's okay. Because I'll probably need to recover from what I did here. Oh, Joseph, do you hear it?
I don't want to hear it.
The band's playing us out, but hey, we still have a little time. This is always fun talking about Saturday Night Live, and we love talking about the show. We hope that you enjoy thinking about Saturday Night Live, talking about it. We hope that this triggers a conversation. Send us an email. Send us, a nipsoproductions, gmail.com, or comment below here. Let's have a discussion about what you thought were the best parts, or a boy band, if you have a boy band idea. And we'll share it with the next show that we have. But until that time, we hope you enjoyed thinking about this show, and we look forward to another fine episode of Saturday Night Review real soon. But until then, he's still Joseph.
And he's still Dennis.
And we are out of here. Hey, Joseph.
Hey, what's up?
There's another one in here.
Oh, no, man. Come on.
This one's pink.
Did you not learn your lesson from the last time?
It's like a little Pepto-Bismol. Come on, man. That coats, soothes, and
No.
relieves.
No,
It looks like Pepto.
No, I'm not doing this, man. I had to look at the pig, and then I had to listen to you and Grover Cleveland. I don't want to do this anymore. All right, can we just...
Check out the writing on this one, though. It's almost like a hieroglyphic thing.
Well,
Is that a pentagram?
that kind of looks kind of cool, actually. That's weird.
There's two. You want to share?
Well, I mean, I guess it wasn't that bad, right?
No, we're fine. Where we got to be for the next 2
All
weeks?
right, don't tell my wife.
I won't. Don't tell my daughter.